Up next, the Timberwolves taking on the Suns. For Minnesota, they're ranked 6th in the Western Conference. Maybe not a title contender, but absolutely one of the better teams in the league. Suns, Timberwolves. Up next. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. And here's a look at some numbers for Anthony Edwards.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Brooks plays the 4 with Williams stepping in at the 5. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Gillespie in at point guard. And for Minnesota, up to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. Oh, what a fun matchup, Doris, we have here tonight, featuring two teams that love to shoot the 3.
And we continue to see more and more of this in today's NBA, Kevin. Both of these teams have the green light to fire with any sliver of space from deep. This should be a shootout. Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Booker outside. McDaniels against Green. Booker in the post. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker. On the interior, it matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Here's Randall. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Randall's got his second basket.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
Booker against Edwards. From 10 feet out, and that one hits back iron. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to Denver. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Booker. For 3, Edwards. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Williams has a screen for Green. They get the rebound. Williams finds Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Look at Green just taking off and throwing it down right in the face of the defense.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The Suns have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. It's stolen by Randall. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
That free throw good from Randall.
Julius Randle has been a consistent producer in this league for a long time. This guy, an absolute matchup nightmare.
And last season, Greg, Devin Booker became the Phoenix Suns' all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, he passed Hall of Famer Walter Davis to achieve that feat. Booker is a guy that wants to be a Sun for life, so I expect him to break even more franchise records.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
McDaniels dishes to Edwards. To the middle. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Williams passes to Brooks. Here's Booker. Edwards defending. Good on the shot.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
Randle outside. Back to DiVincenzo. A three-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Pass to Brooks. Brooks with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Booker. Keeps it alive. And Williams is right there.
Outstanding work on the offensive glass from Mark Williams. That's the energy and activity they want.
Randle surveying the D. Edwards can't hit. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Suns. It's a three-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
McDaniels, count that bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, Green. Booker in the corner. Over Edwards. That one rolling around and rims out.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at the Timberwolves, right now the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And of course the Suns, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And I think with Phoenix, they're currently looking like a play-in team, which isn't a bad thing, especially when you consider they are in the top portion of that bracket.
Now here's Green. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. He brought up the difficulties that come along with guarding Devin Booker, and he told me the hard part with Book is that he's a 3-level scorer and a willing passer. He's not just an isolation scorer. They use him in a lot of different actions, so you're constantly chasing him. Kevin, back to you.
And as always, Alec, great job. Thank you. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Hurtling down the home stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see, but we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
Now here's Randall. He's got 11. He takes it in. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Green taking his time here. And Booker kicks to Williams. Pass to Green. Fires the three. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 8. Here is Edwards. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Williams, a screen on Edwards. Booker the pass to Gillespie. There's the triple. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Randle finds DiVincenzo. And they call an illegal screen here.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. Averaging about 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Dosunmu in for Dante DiVincenzo. And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. In the 3rd spot, the Timberwolves.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels passes to Dosunmu. Outside, Reed. Pass to Gobert. McDaniels outside. And Gobert throws it down.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert is going to be terrific on the glass.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Nuggets in Ball Arena. BB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights? Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got his second bucket of the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Suns trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brooks with no one around. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now here's Gobert. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Booker with it. Edwards defending. 6 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. The rebound by Dosunmu.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And Gobert kicks to McDaniel. Outside, Reed. Gobert finds Dosunmu. His three-pointer's off the mark. Suns trail by 14. Brooks outside. Down low. Gobert with the block.
Boy, you have to be careful. If Gobert is in the zip code, folks, this is a great shot blocker.
Edwards against Booker. Reed the pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Booker. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Bangs home the trifecta.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Williams a screen. Booker inside. Edwards defending. He gets that one. Booker's got 6 points.
Well, that's what you call a tough 2, because if you're in the lane at deep book size, you never know what could happen.
Brooks against Reed. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Edwards. A special move before the shot. Edwards got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And here's Green outside, and Williams is right there. Williams has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Edwards. The shot, no good. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Timberwolves on top. They finish off the first quarter with a huge surge. An 18-7 run. From Target Center, back in a moment. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Goodwin. He's out there with Grayson Allen. And it's Highsmith in at the 3 slot. Pass to Iguodaro. Allen outside. They set the pick. Pocket 6. And here is Goodwin. Shoots over Highland. And it's Goodwin missing.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Now here's Randall from deep. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Good one kicks to Allen. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal swing.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Dunn, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. Now, here's Clark. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And the 3-ball is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Goodwin. Hasn't made one yet. Here's the screen. Stolen by Reed. And here is Dosunmu. Randle outside. Pass to Highland. Back to Randle. With some arc. Dunn with some nice D. Suns trail by 21. To the inside. Picked off in midair. Clark outside. Randle outside. Here's Highland. No good on the triple.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And it's Goodwin in the corner. Pass to Dunn. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Timberwolves leading by 21. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves, but there remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. And Phoenix has possession, following the miss by Julius Randle. Pass to Iguodaro. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Well, the shooting guards you see listed there have been the ultra-reliable players for the past month. Take a look at their percentages from the field during that time. And you look at Dosunmu, a great player, second in the league.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
Clock at 4. Here's Randle. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Pass to Gillespie. On the wing, Booker. Unloads from 13. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Randall passes to Edwards. Back to Randall. Randall is doubled. Count that one. Randall's got 18 points.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Booker, right side. And he lays it straight in. He's got 8.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Reed with a screen on Brooks. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. It's rebounded by Booker. Pass to Gillespie. Here's Booker. O'Neal sets the screen for Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. Now here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Highland passes to Randall. Launches it. Rebound by the Suns. Booker the bounce pass. Brooks against Reed. Brooks dishes to O'Neal. And he's on the money with his first shot today.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
It's Edwards on the wing. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
And timeout called by Jordan Ott. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Minnesota making some changes. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Mark Williams is checked in for Phoenix. Jalen Green comes in for O'Neal. McDaniels against Green. Outside Williams. Pass to Brooks. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
So that's his second foul. Not a big deal yet, but you certainly don't want to pick up that third.
Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Randall kicks to McDaniel. And here's Edwards. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for him.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Here's Gillespie. Still scoreless. Williams a screen on McDaniel. Pass to Gillespie. Just 5 on the clock. From deep, Green. Randall grabs the board.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's
it's just not his night.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Devin Booker's focused on hooping and leaving a legacy. He said, my thing is, and Kobe said it too, inspiring the youth is everything. A kid grows up and is like, man, I want to be Devin. I want to dress like him. I want to play like him. And that's what makes me wake up in the morning. Kevin, back to you.
Truly a role model for that next generation. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Outside, Green. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
Pushing it up. Here's Randall. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. And that's now 20 points for Julius Randle. And Phoenix has possession. Pass to Booker. Here's Gillespie. Defended by DiVincenzo. Gillespie, the pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. To end the cold streak. Shots good by Booker. Booker's got 4 points this quarter.
Devin Booker has the mindset of a certified scorer, and he can do it in a variety of ways.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. He's checked in for Minnesota. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, these are the leading scorers over the course of the last month. Devin Booker is second.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
You know, and that's why it often requires more than one man to defend against any of them. These players draw more double teams than any group in the league, and they still are able to put up points at a devastating rate.
Now here's Gobert. 6 points for him. Misses the baby hook. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
No good from Booker. Minnesota leading by 21. Edwards looking it over. And the wide open shot from Reed. No good from outside.
Yeah, they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Booker the pass to Gillespie. Now here's Green. McDaniels defending. Pass to Gillespie. Into the lane. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Guarded closer. And here's Edwards from the arc. They grab their own miss. And that one drops for him. Reeves got his second basket of the night.
And the deficit would be bigger if they hadn't been doing such a great job crashing the offensive glass this quarter.
Williams, a screen on McDaniel. And here's Green outside. Timberwolves leading by 21. Here's DiVincenzo. Reed with a screen for Edwards. That three off the mark.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
Booker dishes to Green. Williams, a screen on McDaniel. Inside, stolen by Reed. McDaniel's on the wing. Guarded by Green. Pass to Booker. To the paint. Stolen by Reed. McDaniel's in the post. Working on Green. Back to McDaniel. Reed with a screen for McDaniel. Second shot opportunity. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 8 points.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Williams, a screen on Edwards. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one-sided. Timberwolves ahead, running away with this one. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You know, right now for Minnesota, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Timberwolves leading by 23. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randle and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And the basket by Edwards.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from three.
Pass to Gillespie. And here's Booker from the arc. And rebounded by McDaniels. Randle against Brooks. To the middle. Here's DiVincenzo. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got his 6th assist on the night. And a minute played as the second half gets going. McDaniels against Green. Gobert with the block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
And the wide open shot from Green.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And you look at this Timberwolves roster, doors quite a spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back 9 and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, 2 guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
Here's Green. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Booker's shot is good.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. The shot by McDaniels, no good.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Brooks misses.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Edwards. 14 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Timeout call, the Suns.
Now on the court is your action-packed Tight Squad. Get down and let it hit.
Stats for Jaden McDaniels. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break. He's around 14 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Now, here's Green. He's got 5. Brooks, the pass to Williams. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Gillespie. And he stays with it. Booker against Edwards. Booker outside. Phoenix, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Got that one up quick. Randall's got 23.
Well, Julius Randall, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Brooks setting the pick for Green. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions. Only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Green. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, my goodness. Mark Williams, if you do not put a body on, you better watch your head.
DiVincenzo with the screen on Booker. Edwards, the bounce pass. Randall from outside. Here's Gobert. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
Well, you love that there's no let-up in how they're playing. They want to dominate every aspect, including second-chance points.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Knocks down the 3 ball. Randall's got 6 in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here's Booker, 13 points in the game. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 15.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Looking around the NBA, Devin Booker, GA, is as good as any 2-guard out there.
Obviously, we know how Devin scores it, but what I love, he also can run your offense, and he gives good effort defensively.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
It used to be a smart play to foul Rudy Gobert because he struggled from the free throw line. This guy's so much better now.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
And he sinks the second.
Rudy Gobert, throughout his career, has done 2 things. Double-double threat. He's going to rebound it consistently and play great defense. That rim protection is real.
Now here's Green. He has 5. Booker, right side. Shot clock at 5. Over Edwards. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And a miss there on the triple. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Kicks it out to Booker. Brooks setting a pick for Booker. Back to Brooks from outside the arc. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Brooks has got 6.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Randall outside. Back to DiVincenzo. Brown. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. From outside, off the mark.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Buries the long-range jumper. DiVincenzo's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Williams, a screen on Edwards. Booker dishes to Williams. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Now here's Edwards. Randall right side. Rebound by the Suns.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Phoenix with the ball. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Williams, a screen on Edwards. To the inside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Suns have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And the Suns also making a change. O'Neal's checked in for Devin Booker.
When you think about Mark Williams, he has all the physical tools you want in a big man. For him, it was just about struggling with availability. Can he stay healthy?
Now, here's Anderson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Highland with it. Clark outside. Shot clock at 3. Here's Dosunmu. Another miss by Minnesota. And it's the Suns' ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Brooks kicks to Williams. Brooks down low. He's covered by Clark. Some solid defense from Clark. And Clark has got the ball here for Minnesota. Dosunmu up top. Guarded by Green. Back to Clark. Doesn't go for him. Nice D from Brooks. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Williams, a screen on Highland. Left side, Williams. Pass to Gillespie. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Anderson. Minnesota shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Clark kicks to Anderson. Reed with a screen for Anderson. Outside, Reed. And here is Dosunmu. And it's Brooks in the corner. And the 3 off target. Minnesota shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. On the wing, Dosunmu. Guarded by Green. Picked by Reed. Here's Highland. Another miss by Minnesota. The Suns on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Williams has a screen for Green. Down low. It's tipped. Trying to find Brooks. He's got it now. Williams finds Brooks. Kept alive. And it's slammed in by Williams.
What a huge night for Mark Williams. He keeps on scoring. That 7-foot frame has proven problematic for the defense.
Here's Highland. Still without a basket. Reed the pass to Dosunmu. Back to Reed. Inside. Stolen by O'Neal. Here's Gillespie. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Lets it go with a 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Minnesota rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll get right back to the action when we return. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. They're going with Booker and Allen on the wing. Then it's Goodwin. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Iguodala in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Goodwin. Pass to Booker. Here's Iguodala. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Dosunmu, the pass to Highland. Outside, Reed. Oh, good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Randall's checked in. And he's good on the second. Timberwolves leading by 22. Now Highland. To the wing on the left. Fades away. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Suns shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Pass to Booker. Back to O'Neal. Here's Booker. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so it's Highland who brings the ball up to the Timberwolves. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
Now, guys, over the years, we've seen Randall become a much more aggressive scorer. You love his tenacity.
Now, here's Goodwin. Pass to Booker from downtown. It's Clark with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Now, here's Goodwin. O'Neal kicks to Booker. Screen by O'Neal. Looking to end his cold spell. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Iguodala.
I'll tell you, delivering the basketball in tight spots is not easy, but he made it look that way.
Got a piece of it. Goodwin with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Goodwin's got his first points of the game. Timberwolves leading by 20. To the right side. Randall down low. O'Neal's there. Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Highland passes to Randall. Now, here's Reed. Pass to Randall. 6 to shoot. Clark for 3. Iguodala grabs the rebound. Iguodala's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A nice shot by Booker.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. starters here for the Timberwolves. Gobert checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Highland. Zuma with the bounce pass. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
You simply must account for Rudy Gobert and keep him off the offensive glass. He's done it his whole career.
Here's Booker. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And it's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Randall passes to McDaniels. Here's Dosunmu. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2. Dosunmu.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And every team is trying to ward off or recover from injuries. So, Doris, how much separation is there with regards to team training staffs?
Now, this is a great question, Kevin, and I think one of the things it highlights is how important every member of your staff is, from your head coach to the assistant coaches, down to the training staff. An 82-game season will challenge any medical staff. They are invaluable to your organization.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by Phoenix. Here's Edwards, and he uses the glass on the lane. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
And there's the drive. There's Green with the 3. It's good from long range.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Dosunmu, the pass to Randall. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Green dishes to Booker. Williams, a screen on it. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws.
Well, there's an activity level and a skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Boy, as fantastic as Devin Booker's offensive arsenal is, to me the best part, his competitive edge and toughness, it sets him apart nightly.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. And the second free throw, good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And he makes all 3.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Outside Edwards. Back to Randall, and stolen by Williams. To the paint. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
In one of these modern leagues who doesn't just shoot threes, Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
First free throw is good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And both free throws good for Brooks. Timberwolves leading by 12. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. Taken away by Williams.
Turnovers continuing to be a problem here in this quarter.
Pass to Gillespie. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Randall with the bucket.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Green. Williams a screen. Lock at 6. Green kicks to Brooks. For 3, Booker. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Green. Edwards finds Gobert.
Rudy Gobert has become really excellent at getting deep, low post position. The defense has got to foul him when he's that deep.
At the line for 2, Rudy Gobert.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Here's Gillespie. Pass to Booker. Brooks outside. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves leading by 14. Over in the corner, Edwards. Hands it from downtown. Edwards got 5 points now this quarter.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Gillespie, the pass to Brooks. Williams has a screen for Booker. Over Edwards. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 16th rebound on the night. Green against Edwards. Randall outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now McDaniels. And he does not hit.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Brooks fires, showing the moves down low.
You put a difficult first half behind you, and you get busy in the second half. You love that mental toughness.
Edwards against Booker. Randall. And down it goes.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Green. Williams.
This is not the center you want to put at the charity stripe. Mark Williams is excellent at the foul line.
2 shots. Williams.
one is off. He hits the second from the line. Here's DiVincenzo. Now McDaniel. And here's Randall. Gobert. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Now, here's Green. Williams, a screen on McDaniels. Green with the ball. Now Williams. It's stolen by Gobert. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Rudy Gobert.
The aspect of his game that stood out to me was his work on the glass. He was absolutely relentless.
And the layup is off. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the Suns. It's an 18-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. There's the screen. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
So now, let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And now, our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.